Everyone, so with the doll coming back soon, it's coming back in September, the 15th of September, they're back from the big summer break where they can still get paid and everything like that. It's in a great country. They don't do anything, they don't have to go to the doll or anything like that. That's great, isn't it? Nice long holiday for them, longer than the school period. But speaking of schools, as you know, they're in the convention centre, they're not in Leinster House now, the doll. They're sitting in the convention centre. And you'd be like, what's the problem there? Well, I tell you the problem. Every day they're there we have to pay. I think it's €32,000 a day, is it, or something like that? Every time the doll sits, it's a ridiculous sum of money a day we have to pay, and I don't know what they spend. €32,000. I think it is €32,000 we spend a day for them to sit in there. Again, I don't ask me where that €32,000 is going to. Like, Jesus Christ, you could go to the cafe down the road and they charge you probably a tenner for having about 50 people there. They'd be a lot more decent. Whoever these people are that charging the government, or they're probably, again, it's probably going to their back pocket, but to look at, the media would ask any questions. But yeah, you're probably saying, what's the problem here? So basically it's over 2.4 million. Yes, 2.4 million. Just for them sitting there and probably the broadcasting there, because in Dala and Leinster House, they have all the wires set up and everything like that for cameras and things like that. And obviously in the convention centre they need to do all that shite. Which costs them a huge amount of money to do that. And obviously it raises the issue. Are they going to go, in September, they're going to go back to Leinster House, or they're going to go back to the convention centre? Because it seems like they're hellbound on wasting as much money as humanly possible in the convention centre. And that doesn't even count the €5,000 a day when they're there. We're spending on food. We're spending €5,000 a day for the TDs and senators to get food and all out. And isn't that nice? We're very generous. And people lying in the street, we're very generous thinking about our politicians first. Instead of the taxpayer, the people who should get the money, who should get that money. But again, it's Banana Republic, it doesn't make sense. But yeah, apparently schools are safe and all elements, and Let's the House is not safe. Where's Norma Foley these days? Norma Foley should be saying Let's the House is a safe place to be. Because schools are safe, and apparently the two afraid to go into Let's the House. So that's apparently the thing. The two afraid to go into Let's the House, and they have to sit in the convention centre and pay an almighty amount of money the taxpayer has to flip the bill for them. If they're that afraid, I'm sure they can take it out of their own salary and pay for it. As soon as that's mentioned, they probably will straight away move back to Let's House. But again, they're going to stay there. Let's be honest, they're going to be there for the foreseeable future, and be probably over 5 or 6 million before the time to go. Back to Let's the House. But don't worry, they're still going to the doorbell. Don't worry about that. That's open. Don't worry, that's been always open. They don't have to worry about that. There's no such thing as worry then when you're in the doorbell. But yeah. But you've seen in the UK, Westminster, and in the Congress in America, both the Senate, none of them went to fucking random places in the middle of nowhere. Like, take for example, they didn't go to a local hotel, they didn't go to a community hall and everything like that. And especially in Westminster, as you can see, they barely get the MPs in Westminster, because it's obviously a bigger parliament, but they get paid far less compared to the Irish TDs. And some of them have to stand because they haven't got the seats in Westminster to sit down. And you see then the debating, and then all shoulder to shoulder, and there's no masks going into that. But they're not afraid. They're there. They're there representing the people. They're not going out of their way to waste the taxpayers' money. And the same in Congress in America. They're all there. A whole lot of them are there. There's might be wearing masks. I think it's mandatory to wear masks in the Congress in America. Over here it's not really mandatory. They whinged and quipped and cried about a few people in the media. Saying it was given the wrong impression and everything, and then obviously a few of them started wearing them. But it's not really mandatory in Dáil to wear them. It's the same with probably the House of Commons in England too. But you see that in the majority of parliaments, it's non-existent. They're all sitting in the House of Parliament, and that's what he said was that. Same in Norway, same in Denmark, all of them are sitting in the Houses of Parliament, in their Houses of Parliament. They're not gone down the road, they're spending an almighty amount of money that the taxpayer has to pay for them. And obviously, as I said, there's a lot more in the UK, in the House of Commons, and in Congress in America, and again, they're in the same building. They're not moved. They haven't moved. And there's less Irish TDs, and obviously, the more well paid, they have bigger budget, they have bigger pockets, I suppose. Let's put it that way. Because it is true that Irish TDs, the President of Ireland gets more than Boris Johnson, which is the British Prime Minister. President Higgins gets more, and the Taoiseach gets more than Boris Johnson. Again, great country, and don't you know? But yeah, apparently lets the house is not safe and the school is safe. Isn't that great? Science with number 40, isn't that right? It's something number 40 would make up. But anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think and subscribe more and bye.